Hello, hi friends. My name is Caitlin Simmons, in case we haven't met yet. Today I'm going to be going over how you can use the Infinity Terahertz wand for specifically your lymphatic system. And today I want to be sharing from my perspective because I used to specialize in the lymphatic system when I had a brick and mortar practice. So I have some notes, I have some things to share with you. Really, this is just to kind of give you an idea of how you can be using the wand, but it's very straightforward and there's really no way that you can mess this up. You're not going to hurt yourself. You're not going to do it wrong. Even if you don't follow the things that I suggest today, you're going to be just fine. So, little backstory. I got trained in lymphatic enhancement technology a long time ago, and this was something I used with my clients. I saw the benefit of manual lymphatic drainage as a massage therapist and was on a mission to find, okay, how can we get the lymphatic system to be encouraged to move more? How can we get these blockages to go away? How can we help people? Because everyone had such incredible results, but I've always been on a mission to find stuff that is just the best. And so as time went on, that turned into me looking deeper into root causes. And long story short, that's how I am here today. That's why I make videos all the time on frequency and energy, is because I have found really the best place to be for health and wellness in every area of your life is frequency and quantum. So basically, from that knowledge I have of getting trained in the lymphatic system, everything I know from that, I'm going to try to put that into how you can use this wand strategically to support your lymphatic system. And no matter what, it's going to be benefiting you. I'm not actually going to turn it on today because it's really loud and it'll be hard to talk over. It's actually not as loud as the previous brand I had. And the settings are nice. You can do really low and quieter. But just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to be turning it on. Let's see. I think that's it for my intro. I think I'm just going to dive in. So, the lymphatic system is our trash removal system. It's how toxins get out of the body. It's our lymphatic system and immune system are interlinked, and it's imperative that we have a flowing lymphatic system. But something really to keep in mind is all these toxins are stuck for a reason. So when we're thinking of focusing on the lymphatic system with the wand, we first want to acknowledge our organs, because our organs and our whole digestive system, everything going on in our abdominal region is helping to facilitate detox and drainage. Naturally, you have a whole drainage system in your body to eliminate toxins. And at the bottom of the funnel, the best way that our everyday should be eliminating toxins is through bowel movements. So your colon is very important. So from the lymphatic standpoint, we don't want to ignore our organs. The first step when you're going to use your wand for your lymphatic system actually isn't the abdominal region, but we're going to get to that in a second. I just want to make sure you don't forget that. What we're actually going to start with is our trap area, our upper shoulders. We have what are called terminuses, and they're basically big ports of where a lot of this lymphatic stuff can get clogged. So you have your collarbone, and there's like a little triangle area here on both sides. This is a very important place to start work on. Whenever I would have sessions with clients in person, that's where I would start, right up here. So when you turn on your wand, it's actually very straightforward how to turn it on. Once you plug it in, it does need to be plugged in. You'll see a little blue light show up here, and if you don't, basically you just hold your finger right here for 3 seconds and it should all light up. It's a touch screen, it's very high tech, very nice. And then you'll have 2 buttons here and here. I believe the left is for your settings of temperature and speed. So 0 will be just cool air, very slow. Then 1 will be warmer, 2, etc. So do what feels comfortable to you. I would suggest starting low and then working your way up. This is like a hairdryer. It's hot air going through, and that's how terahertz frequency is created, is blowing air and or light through a quartz tube. And ours is actually very special because it has silver and gold and semi-precious stones, red light and blue light. So it's even more than that. But that's why we need this contraption. That's why it gets loud. That's why it gets hot, is because we need the airflow through there to create the frequency. All right, so once you've got it on, hold it however feels comfortable. We're gonna start always on the left. This might look backwards to you because of how I have the camera, but we always wanna start on the left. That's always what I was taught, and it's just, I'm not gonna dive into that really deep, but start on the left. So what I would do is I would take my wand, one second. I would take my wand and just simply aim it right here on my left shoulder and go in little circular motions. Now, you could do this. You could go back and forth. You could go up your neck, right in here. The main thing focusing right here. If it feels too hot, then just simply go back and forth. Do both sides. You want to get your shoulders. A lot of times, what I found as a lymphatic specializing in, massage and the technology I used and all this stuff was, once we could open up this clog here, people would start to feel stuff drain down from their brain. People would feel stuff draining in the back of their throat. It really opens it up so stuff can flow. This is just, if you've got tight shoulders, tension up here, it could just be lymph that's just busting at the seams. You've got a lot of toxins sitting here, and then that can end up affecting a lot more. It can we've got our fascia, our interstitium. Things can, when stuff is clogged, stuff gets clogged everywhere. So okay, once you open this up, actually the next thing I would go to is now your abdomen, and that's because we've got our cisternae chyli there. We've got our spleen and our liver and our colon. So the easiest thing to do, I actually have a little graphic to show you. The easiest thing to do is to just do clockwise motions. I drew some little arrows on this little chart. This is included in our got a whole guide that we give you when you get a Terahertz wand from someone on our team. But we want to make sure we're going clockwise to follow how the colon is moving and going. So all you would want to do then is, you've done your traps, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, whatever you have time for. I like to wait till I feel some kind of drainage, because that's how you know stuff is moving. Not everyone will feel that, so 5 minutes is a good mark. Come down to your stomach, and you're just gonna be doing, pretend this is my stomach. I am pregnant right now, so I'm not gonna stand up. I'm already kind of out of breath all the time, just talking. But clockwise motion, you can do little circles up over your liver. So your liver's in your upper right, right under your rib cage, right behind your rib cage. The center top, right in the center top of your tummy is, I believe that's right where might be a little lower than that, cisternae chyli is. It's a big area where lymph gets clogged. So let's say, here's your body. You're just going in little circles around the abdomen, clockwise. You do that for 5 minutes. You will probably, I know a lot of people tell me they feel their digestion moving, gurgling, gargling. Stuff is getting activated, and that's because you're increasing circulation. You're targeting cells that are not healthy, and you're getting lymphatic fluid to move. I wish I would have had this as a massage therapist. I wish I would have had this in my practice. It's so incredible. It's so powerful. It's amazing. Okay, so now we have opened up this area. We've targeted the gut. We've got those organs moving and flowing. And, if you are not eliminating in the bathroom, if you're not having bowel movements on a regular basis, that might be a place to focus before you do this whole lymphatic flow protocol. Is really just doing a lot on your tummy, trying to get things to get moving and making sure that you are getting really, really hydrated. You want to be drinking a lot of water. Something we talk about in the guide, something a lot of people talk about with Terahertz, is using your Terahertz wand to charge your water. You can charge it through the side of your glass or right up over the top. It only takes like 45 seconds to charge something like this, and even more than this. And I did an experiment today to charge. I already have very good water. I have an exceptional water unit that microclusters the water, alkalizes the water. It does a ton to it. It filters it. It's incredible. I still noticed a difference charging my water. I did back to back. I could still taste it's smoother. It's different. So that in itself, getting hydrated. Hydration is key for your bowel movements. Hydration is key for every part of your body. Hydration is just so important. So definitely drink your water. It's imperative for your lymphatic system too. Drink your water after you charge it, before your session, if you get thirsty during your session, and for sure after your session. And so many people, this was something I used to do in my practice, was I would literally get people on good water, the water that I drink still to this day. I would have them drink this water exclusively for 4 weeks before working with me, because I knew how powerful water was. People would tell me all the time their testimonies before ever coming in physically to see me, just from getting hydrated. And so you have an advantage having this wand, because you can turn your water you can change the structure of it. You can make it easier for your body to absorb. Okay, so digestion is key. Supporting your liver. We all have overburdened livers, whether you drink alcohol or not. Our liver is amazing, but we want to care for it. So all these organs, everything here in your center, make sure you are supporting it. Okay. Now after, let me just look to see if I missed any notes. Starting on the left side, get our traps, abdomen. Now this is kind of where, this is the biggest difference in what I hear other people talking about the lymphatic system. People have tutorials online of how to dry brush, of how to do lymphatic work, and how to do all these things. And the mistake they're making is they're starting at the end of the extremities, and they're not targeting something like right up in here. This is such an important spot to focus. You can even just rub your hands here, and that'll support lymphatic flow. But the biggest mistake people are making is they're starting out at the end of their extremity and working their way up to these areas where we have all of our lymph nodes. So just use some critical thinking for a second. If we have lymph nodes that catch all these toxins and have the lymphatic fluid, and they're kind of the end point of a funnel of all these little straw tubes of lymphatic vessels, and they're already clogged, what's going to happen when you start shoving more fluid into them? They're going to get more swollen. You're going to get achy. If you've ever had achy armpits, achiness in your groin, in the inner part of your thighs, in your tummy, if you're always bloated, if you just feel like you've got a double chin all the time, you probably have clogged lymph nodes. So the actual place we all need to be starting with, no matter what therapy we're using for the lymphatic system, is where the lymph nodes are. I don't know why people miss this so much. I mean, that's why we start in the terminuses and why we need to get to these big things, you know, the big area in our tummy. We've got a big clump of lymph nodes right in our stomach, right in the abdomen, a big clump of lymph nodes. So what we need to do, start here, left, always start the left, unless if you're working on a client or if you're working on yourself, you have more complaints on the right, it's fine to start on the right. But as a general rule of thumb, start on the left. So the next thing I would do after doing my shoulders and my abdomen is come up to my armpits. Just working these areas, whether you're doing little circles or up and down, I always prefer circles. Usually whatever way feels best to you is probably your intuition, because your body knows. I mean, just like with muscle testing, we all have the ability to muscle test because we have a subconscious mind that knows everything going on within our body, and it communicates via our nervous system. So if you're feeling drawn to starting in a certain area, it's probably your body talking to you. Okay, so let's say you did your armpit and you're on a crunch for time. You could go to the other armpit, then go down to like your groin area and your inner thighs, do both sides, and then you could be done if you wanted to. Because when you focus on the lymph nodes themselves, that's going to in turn help get all of this other stuff to get moving, because now it has a place to go. So even if all you did was your traps, your stomach, your pits, and your inner thighs and groin area, that would start to get everything moving. It's very important that you use your wand on a regular basis. So another thing that you can do, which we talk about this in the guide, we talk about this, you know, you hear this with Terahertz, is if all you have is 5 minutes in a day, do your hands and your feet, because we have reflexology points on our feet and on our hands. And let me just pull up this little picture from our guide to show you. You can probably picture the reflexology charts. Here's the hand reflexology chart. Oops. You can see every part of our body can be addressed through the hands. Same for the feet. So, same for the feet. So if all you have is 5 minutes in a day, get your hands and your feet. Do 5 minutes. This protocol here is just me if I were going deeper into the lymphatic system, and I really wanted to make sure I was focusing on opening things, because you know, if you decide to go and work on your lymphatic system and you're just doing the typical dry brushing, it can make you feel crummy if you're not actually opening up these areas that need to be pumping. Another tip for you, besides being hydrated and using your wand, is our lymphatic system does not have its own pumping system. So the main way that our lymph gets pumped by our body is actually walking. So the way that our feet move, if you have, you know, barefoot shoes are great, barefoot is great, because that's going to give you the most kind of pump for your lymphatic system, is walking. So long walks, drinking your wanded water, making sure you're eliminating toxins through your bowel movements, and wanding is all very important for your lymphatic system. And two, I just want to say, you know, because of the benefits we have with the frequency coming from this device, it's going to be supportive for all your organs, all these drainage organs, all of this. This penetrates 7 inches into the body, so you can really get to everything. It's going to help support, you know, the whole body. And the beauty of terahertz is it's the same frequency resonance as healthy cells and tissue. And so it's helping raise your vibration, raise your frequency, getting you to a state of health. It does not cure, treat, prevent, or diagnose anything. You know that. It also eliminates unhealthy, damaged cells. So very, very cool. Let's see. Talked about that. Definitely, yeah. So just remember, we're focusing on, there's really, it's like kind of thinking center before extremities. Up here, when you open this up, everything up here can come down. And then stuff can work its way. If you open this, then everything can work its way up. If you open your upper thighs, inner thighs, and groin, then everything from your legs can come up. If you open up in the tummy, then everything can. So it can all get flushed out. Other things that are good to support your lymphatic system are sweating. This does heat you up. So this is like a spot treatment with a sauna. When you have it hot, it heats up your bones. So, I was on the phone with my mom today, and she said she gets really warm, like internally warm and hot, like an hour after she uses her wand. Her body is heating up. And so this might not be enough to make you sweat, but if you're someone who struggles to sweat, which if you don't sweat, that's a problem. You need to work your way up to being able to sweat. I used to never be able to sweat. That's another elimination pathway that we have, and very important for the lymphatic system. Anyways, and the last thing for your lymphatic system I want to mention is your thymus gland. This goes very overlooked. It's huge for your immune system, but it shouldn't be shrinking like they say it shrinks as we age. And so we can actually activate and support our thymus gland by thumping over it. Do that for 15 seconds a day. That's going to help your lymphatic system, and wanding over it. So wand your thymus gland, not your thyroid. You can wand your thyroid. That's great. Everywhere and anywhere is good. You just don't want to have it going on your open eyeballs. But I'm talking about our thymus gland. It's close to the heart. Thumping over it and wanding it. Something I also have heard is that you can improve the benefits of your wanding session by thumping on your body after, which we already know this for the lymphatic system. A lot of people have protocols where they'll just have you thump in these spots over your body, and that's going to help shake things up, move the lymph. So if you can wand and then thump, please be hydrated, because this is going to be helping flush out toxins. You don't want to feel really crummy after. But yeah, anyways, just some more tips. Hydration is super important. Make sure you charge your water. Things that you can pair with this, this is really like, if you have the AOScan subscription already, you're going to get a discount on this. If you have the AOScan subscription, then you add in something like this, you have the whole wellness center. You have the wellness center in your home. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars. I worked so hard to create a space in my practice where I had all the tools. I didn't have all the tools, found them now, and my dream was to have this something that my clients could have at home where they wouldn't need to rely on me and always come see me all the time. And now we have that. So when you have the AOScan subscription and you run a scan, I'm just going to show you how you can come in here and specifically choose. Let me just find it. You can specifically choose your organs, but then you can specifically choose just your lymphatic system. Scan it, optimize it. When you optimize, you're literally sending you're sending frequencies directly to your body to optimize all those lymphatic vessels and nodes. So what a powerful pair to optimize with subtle energy, frequency, rife frequency, all these incredible things within this, plus terahertz. It's just amazing. And then you also have the whole Cephi side of things, where you can create a custom playlist specific to your needs. So you can do a specific lymphatic one, cellular, all of that, intestines, liver, get stuff moving, imprint that into a Cephi dot, imprint that into your Cybin bracelets, whatever you want to do. There's just so many things. We also now have the tuning fork frequencies uploaded, so you could go into the organs and work on each of your specific organs, get your little AO tune transducer, place it right over that organ, whether you're doing your colon, your lungs, intestines. Lungs are super important for your lymphatic system as well. I am certified in breath work. I love breath work. When you just intentionally breathe deep, and then you can work over your lungs, work on the lung meridians, the lung points. Opening up your lungs and practicing deep breathing is going to also move your lymphatic system. So there's even a frequency in your AO tune for fat cells. Fat and lymph are very connected. Our fat stores toxins, so we want to eliminate toxins if we are focusing on fat. And you know, I think a lot of obesity and a lot of trouble to lose weight stems from toxins, whether emotional toxins, energetic toxins, or physical toxins. So I think that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to go over those main points. So whether you're wanding your entire body or just these main areas where your lymph nodes are, you can look up pictures of the lymphatic system on Google, and you'll see there's clusters of lymph nodes in these spots that I told you about today. So you could print that off and follow that if that's easier, or in our guide I have a little thing with arrows just reminding you which directions to go. But really, you can't mess this up. It's going to support you no matter what. Very important to use your wand on a regular basis. A great routine that I would recommend is, if you are wanting something sustainable and you are committed to keeping this on your schedule, 5 minutes a day. Just do 5 minutes, and if all you have is just to do your hands and your feet, do it. And then set aside like once a week where you do a full protocol, where you do like 30 minutes to an hour of getting your whole body. And if you don't want to do it, hold it yourself, the company actually does sell an oscillating stand, which is really awesome. I love it. I have it. I'm very excited that I'll have that when I have our baby coming soon. This way I can be hands-free. And that is wonderful for getting it over your spine. And I want to show you a picture of the spine too, because if you didn't know, just like our hands and our feet have all of these points that they connect to our entire body. Our whole body is connected. Our spine is the same way with our nervous system. So if you have the oscillating wand, which I do recommend, and you just have it set so that you can lay down on your stomach or on your side and it goes up and down your spine, it is getting to your entire body as well. So this is another way that you can really support your lymphatic system. This is also going to help activate stem cells. So very, very cool. Lots of benefits for something that's so simple to do. You literally turn it on, point it at your body, and let it go, or move it yourself. Just a little bit of thought behind the lymphatic system is helpful, because you know you want to open up these areas first. And that is it. So if you're curious on how to get signed up with the AO Scan subscription, or just the wand itself, I have a video on how to sign up as a QLA. It'll walk you through the whole site. If you have any questions, reach out to me or whoever sent you this video, and enjoy. Have fun with your wand. and cheers to healing.